With a single tweet, Joe Biden warned that he is going to transform America. Then he lays out an economic plan promising to replace shareholder capitalism. But with what? The answer is stakeholder capitalism. That's a popular buzzword on the left. It sounds warm, it sounds fuzzy, but in so many ways, all it is a gateway drug to full-on Marxist totalitarianism. Basically, stakeholder capitalism eliminates the market mechanism and forces a focus on the stakeholders, employees, customers, or society at large. Without profit as a measure, there is no objective basis for evaluation. Thus, politicians, bureaucrats, or initially the mob sets the standard. Basically, Biden is saying that he wants corporations to no longer serve their owners, the shareholders. Let's say you work hard. You earn money and you buy shares of stock in a company. Then the government says that that company, the purpose of those shares is not to benefit you, but to benefit society at large. Basically, it's socialism. Unless shareholders are trapped, they're going to remove their capital and they're going to look for better places to invest. But if they're trapped, which they probably will be, all business is thus forced to serve society as a whole rather than the owners or the shareholders or the ones that work to build the business. In other words, there is de facto collective ownership of the means of production. That is the classic definition of communism. The classic definition, without a free market, becomes bureaucratic Marxism, and that is Marxist hell. Now, this isn't hyperbole, and the push to a stakeholder approach is already underway. A very recent example comes from Ford Motor Company. Some employees at Ford have objected that Ford manufactures cars for the police. Now, they don't give them to the police for free. They charge for them. They make a profit. But since the police are bad, the company was asked, don't do that. Stop. That makes me feel bad that we're producing police cruisers. Ford's management team responded, wait, but we need police, and we make profits when we build these cars. It preserves jobs. It provides a return for shareholders. But the mob still wants that activity to stop. It's enough if a handful of employees say that police cars make them feel unsafe or devalued. Even if the majority of Americans want the police properly funded and supported, the mob says no. Under a stakeholder system, the mob eventually wins because they seize the reins of power, and they tell Ford, you can't make police cars. Another very recent example comes from Goya Foods, a socially responsible company and the largest Hispanic-owned food company in the United States. They support diversity, community, and the environment. They donate meals. They honor employees. You'd think that was acceptable for stakeholder capitalism, but too bad for them. President Trump honored the CEO as a part of his executive order to support Hispanic prosperity, something you'd think was good. Because the CEO showed grace in participating, the Marxist crowd immediately called for a boycott. In other words, all CEOs must fall in line or be punished.